Welcome, everybody, to the Commercial Center Vibe. Find your soul, find your heart, live for fun and for free. My name is Paulasadler, your host, and I'm coming to you today from our ocean room here at A Harmony Nail Spa in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are exploring one of Las Vegas's most historic neighborhoods and business districts. We have some great episodes coming up for you in these coming series. So I want you to meet a very special guest, Charli Carter. She is a longtime Las Vegas resident and also a longtime customer of Commercial Center. We're so excited to have her on the show today. Charli Carter, and we're so excited to introduce her to you. She is one of my good and loyal clients and becoming a great friend. She's also a longtime Las Vegas resident and has some great stories about Commercial Center. So welcome, Charli, to the Commercial Center Vibe podcast. How are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Wonderful. So tell me, how long have you lived in Las Vegas?
Since early 1952.
Wow, 1952. And
but I was only 3 years old, so I don't remember a lot from back then.
Okay, great. And and then tell me, what was your first experience or memories of Commercial Center?
Well, very strange things. First of all, my husband and I at the time, young, living paycheck to paycheck, they used to have Christmas trees for $1.99. I think it was VonTobels. Does that sound right?
VonTobels, yes.
Yes. And so that's where we would buy our Christmas tree for several years for $1.99, and they were nice trees.
Wow.
So that was pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
And then later in years, I remember going there because they had a little snack bar, and they had the best ham sandwiches in the world at that little snack bar in VonTobels, believe it or not. So, and growing up, I went to middle school across Sahara at J.C. Fremont. So as I got older, Commercial Center was like the hot spot in the center of town. I remember one time across the street, they had a sign that had kind of a flat top, and a disc jockey used to go up on top of that and stay for days and broadcast his radio show from that spot. So unfortunately, I can't remember his name, but it was a pretty cool part of town.
Wow.
And did you know, I'm sorry, did you know St. Louis? I mean, it used to be called St. Louis, not Sahara, if I remember right, too.
San Francisco Avenue.
That's it. Wrong town, sorry. Anyway, so, and then I used to eat there. I ate at the State Street. When I was young and married, my sister and my daughter took ice skating lessons at the ice rink there. And my husband played ice hockey there. And we used to go and watch all the time, and it was a lovely place. I went to Repour Institute on the St. Louis part and learned a lot. It was kind of one of those seminars, you know, to make you have more self-confidence, better communication skills.
Do you mean at the New Orleans Square, but was that the Carriage Trade Center at the time?
Very possible.
And that would have been on Caron Avenue.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So was it called Carriage Square then?
Originally Carriage Trade Center, and then it became New Orleans Square.
Okay, it could have been either one because that's like 35 years ago or 40 years ago. And also there was a beautiful little boutique in that Carriage. What did you say, Carriage Square?
Carriage Trade Center.
Okay. And they had a great little boutique there, and I bought a hat for my wedding in that boutique, and I still have that hat. And the lady who worked there made my wedding dress. So I have a lot of good memories of Commercial Center throughout my life and things that I will never forget. Maybe not the year or the name, but I remember the experience.
Oh, well, we would love to get a photo of that hat and of the wedding, of you and your wedding dress. That would be great to share as part of the history of, as we're doing this 60-year expose of Commercial Center.
Well, sure. The wedding wasn't there, but the hat and the dress came from there. So I would be happy to do that.
Oh, thank you. So tell me, have you met any or had any celebrity experience in the past at Commercial Center, or knew anyone that saw celebrities or was with them here?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure when I ate at State Street, I probably saw some people, but again, that's going back a long way. So it's hard to remember it all, especially when you had their great wine there.
Mm-hmm.
State.
So you're talking
So no,
about,
I guess I have not. I never met any celebrities there.
and you're talking about Gianni Russo's State Street restaurant.
Correct. It was awesome. Well, the food was great. The atmosphere was great. And either before or after that, it was a spaghetti factory or something similar to that when they had singing waiters. That was fun, too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's an advertisement, an old Yellow Page advertisement that I came across, and I believe the quote says something about Gianni Russo's State Street restaurant where the stars and elite meet to eat. And talked about exquisite dining. There's some great stories online about Frank Sinatra, and there's a story about a young waiter who spilled a drink on Lola Falana. So, yeah, there's just so many wonderful stories and so many celebrity stories that have come out of Commercial Center. So tell me, what are your thoughts about what it was like at that time when you were young and first introduced to Commercial Center and over the years?
Well, as I said, it started in what year did you say?
1963.
Right. That's when I was in high school at Las Vegas High School, which still wasn't too far from Commercial Center because I lived in that neighborhood also. So, as I said, Commercial Center was a fun place to go. I remember they had a soup restaurant there once. They were famous for their soup, and that was a fun place to go.
Was that maybe?
The Sizzler was. I'm sorry.
Was that maybe Dinty Moores?
It could have been.
Okay.
I remember the soup was good, and it was up there close to the intersection that goes out to Sahara.
I think I saw an advertisement about that from an old Las Vegas Review Journal, or it might be posted online on our Facebook page. We've had so many great restaurants here, tons of restaurants over the years. So tell me, what are your thoughts about also how Commercial Center is now? What are your thoughts and of the changes over the years?
Well, obviously, we all know it was very sad for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But having moved to just across the street recently, last year, in fact, I am so excited to see all the improvements and the changes and the additions because I avoided it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm trying all the restaurants. So far, I've liked them all. The Thai restaurants are great. The Sister Kim's is great. I'm looking forward to trying the new PK Oyster Bar. The Mexican restaurant is awesome. Vicky's Diner, I love to go there. The atmosphere is so cute and so nostalgic from the past. So, and then I love your little beauty shop. It's so relaxing and peaceful and gives you such good vibes and does good work. So I'm excited about all the changes, and I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to have big businesses go in there. I think it's a perfect location. It's right in the center of town. It's close to downtown. And I think there's nothing but great things in the future for Commercial Center.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. And what would you like to see happen with Commercial Center?
I would like to see more restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see the government come in and help the homeless people that keep camping there find better places to live. And I know there are better places for them to live because it's getting better all the time. It just needs a few more tweaks and a few more new businesses to come in. People should come back down and see how it's changed and how it's improved. They'll be pleasantly surprised, as I was, and it can become a destination spot for everything you need.
And on that topic, we have been referring many people to Care Complex downtown on Four Master Lane. And we have gotten with Metro in the past, talk with liaisons, talk with the county, different like homeless resource centers, as it's kind of been a growing problem all throughout Las Vegas. And for our little 40 acres, we do our very best to use compassion and care and refer them to the resources that are available. And you're right, there are a lot of resources available out there, and it's definitely something that urban areas and have to deal with, and downtown type areas. We see that a lot more in those areas. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
In fact, I just heard City Councilwoman Victoria Siemens speaking a couple days ago about that same issue, and she had some encouraging news. She said that the county has visited a homeless camp, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, in San Antonio, Texas, and they are trying to do something similar in the county, Clark County, for the same thing. And apparently it's a very awesome place and successful place. So if that can go through, and you might all want to call your county commissioners and tell them you're behind that, it could really help a lot, because the city has some options, but the county doesn't have as many. So if they can do this same plan that's in San Antonio, it could really help.
Well, that is a great suggestion. And as we're getting ready to wrap up our interview today, I do have one final question for you. What would you tell people who feel like it's too old or it's not safe, or if they haven't been here in years, what would be the reason for them to come out and check it out?
Well, first, I'm a single person, and I'm going there, and I have never felt unsafe. Now, I will admit, around the edges, there's some homeless people and stuff, but the parking is really good, and you seem to have very good security. There's more and more people there every time I go, and there's safety in numbers. So I would say be careful, but go, because it's safer than you think. And all the new places that are opening up and have recently opened up are pretty exciting. There's good food, good opportunities. There's empty buildings that could be a business opportunity if you're looking for that. And I don't think you can have too many restaurants in Commercial Center. I think it could be a restaurant destination. So I would encourage everybody to try all the restaurants there. There's a few I haven't tried, and I'm looking forward to it. So you could go to a different restaurant every night or once a week, probably for several weeks, and find some new exciting things that have great parking, free parking, and right in the center of town.
Well, thank you, Charli. We appreciate you coming on our show today and sharing about your experiences and about your beautiful wedding hat and wedding dress and just all of the years of memories. And also encouraging people to come down and take a look at what's new, and especially with all of our wonderful restaurants. And you're absolutely right. We have over 15 restaurants. So thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you not only at Commercial Center, but at the spa as well.
Thank you, and thank you, Paula, for all you do for the Commercial Center. I know you spend a lot of your own time and your own money to help clean it up and take care of it. So I appreciate it, because it gives me a safe, interesting place to visit.
Well, you're welcome, and I'm grateful to be of service to the community in that way. So have a great day, and we hope to have you back again sometime. And we're looking forward to those photos.
You too. Have a great day. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. And that was my good friend and client, Charli Carter, longtime Las Vegas resident and longtime customer of Commercial Center. We were so glad to have her on the show today, sharing these wonderful memories of what it was like back in the 60s, and with her beautiful wedding hat that she had made, and also her wedding dress, and then all those wonderful memories, and then also about what it's like today. So we hope that you're enjoying our series. This is the Commercial Center Vibe, coming to you from the historic Commercial Center District in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we invite you to come on down and check out what's new. So many restaurants, so many great services. You can visit us online at commercialcenterdistrict.com. All the work that we're doing in the community to give a voice and a light to our business owners and to this historic neighborhood. And all of our historic preservation efforts and also neighborhood cleanups and security and everything we do is all by voluntary contribution. So you can go to commercialcenterdistrict.com, go to our shop and donate page, or click on our GoFundMe. And we truly appreciate every single donation and contribution that comes in. That allows us to keep this podcast going, and also it allows us to continue on with our beautification and historic efforts. So thank you once again, and stay tuned for the next episode.